William Hazeltine, we've seen what the coronavirus has done to economies around the world over the past year. Global poverty is set to top 1 billion people due to the coronavirus pandemic. Put another way, it will lower the incomes of the world's poorest people by $500 million a day. Another 150 million people could be pushed into poverty next year, mostly in Asia. So lay it out for us. What is the relationship between the pandemic and poverty?
Well, first of all, I would point out that the previous speakers avoided your primary question, except for the Chinese speaker, because they didn't talk about can Chinese methods help their regions. I think the reason they didn't is because it's very unlikely that what China achieved could be achieved in those regions and that similar methods could be applied. Same as for the United States. One of the questions that was asked of me in advance is, why is there still poverty in the United States? We have serious poverty. We have to address it. I think it's very unlikely we can address it through the same methods that the Chinese have. That being said, the Chinese have not eliminated poverty in their country by the year 2020. It just simply isn't true. And secondly, there are great health inequities throughout the Chinese system, especially for those who work in the countryside and come into the city. The hospital systems, the whole health system needs serious reform still. So things aren't 100% the way they should be or would like to be in China. But that being said, they're well on the road. They are the one country that will not experience, or the one major country that will not experience the slip into poverty of the poorest of their population because of COVID. The reason is they've basically eliminated COVID from their country by very rigorous public health means. And I think it's a great tragedy that the rest of the world hasn't followed what China has done for COVID. If they had, we in the United States, Europe, all of South America, India, would not be in the dreadful situation we are now, where not only a lot of people are getting infected, a lot of people are dying, and many millions of more are suffering economic distress and slipping from the tenuous hold they had on the lower rungs of the economic ladder back into poverty. It is a big tragedy. Could have been avoided by very systematic application of the public health measures that China implemented.